How are the playoffs really this good with so many stars injured? It actually sucks that Kawhi, CP3, Kyrie, and others have missed time, but the games have been great. Like my picks. Paul George is making a lot of you look dumb. Trae Young continues to make me look stupid. There's a lot I got right and wrong in round 2. This video drops that and conference finals predictions. Yo, it's Casey, this is AM Hoops, and today's video is sponsored by BetQL, which lets you have a legit advantage over the sportsbook. It's the only app you need to make smart bets. The way it works is their best bets algorithm scans over 350,000 unique bets a year to give you the best bet recommendation for every game across all major sports, of course these NBA playoffs, and it gives you the reasoning behind why you should place the bet, so it's not just math. Their best bets algorithm covers everything from spreads to over-unders and player props, and BetQL's got tons of other tools to make you an informed bettor. Sharp data so you can see who the pros are backing, line movement so you can jump on betting opportunities in real time, team summaries that highlight previous success against the spread and over-under, and team lineup breaking news with injury status updates, which of course would be great for fantasy. Plus, you can track your success with like winning streaks and where you are on their leaderboard, which is amazing in itself, and for them it's just like a throw-in. So head over to the App Store or Google Play and download BetQL. And it would really help the channel if you went to try.betql.co/amhoops to get started. I'll put that in the description. But if you're getting any of their subscriptions, you have to enter discount code AMHOOPS for 25% off. Also, check out their sportsbook offers page if you live in one of the eligible states to claim free offers when you sign up at any of the many sportsbooks they've got. So get BetQL because we can beat the sports books this summer in the NBA playoffs or going forward, whatever. Again, all the info in the description. Thanks again to BetQL. First, the Clippers and the Jazz. I predicted Clips in 6. That was correct. Utah blew a 2-0 lead, losing 4 straight. Rudy Gobert made a joke of his Defensive Player of the Year award by letting the Clippers drive on him over and over to open three-pointers. Paul George had maybe his best game ever to quiet some haters, for now. Then Terrence Mann out of nowhere became Kawhi Leonard. I've heard a lot of people say to fire Quinn Snyder for not benching Gobert, and I get it. He's not good enough offensively to justify how the Clips took advantage, but they didn't have many better options. Donovan Mitchell got more of my respect even while losing. He was the best thing about Utah by far. Now he's stuck on a losing roster 4 more seasons. I was wrong though about Ty Lue. When the Clippers fired Doc Rivers, I said it was a dumb move. Turns out Ty doesn't need LeBron to win big. I was so impressed by his adjustments. He didn't force playing Rajon Rondo or even Ivica Zubac at center. It was amazing how much the Clippers played small when they had to. Lue even had the guts to start a 24-year-old Terrence Mann. Ty Lue is legit, and I was wrong. I was right though about the Suns and the Nuggets. I said Suns in 7, but they got a sweep. Chris Paul and Devin Booker are amazing, but the key to that series was DeAndre Ayton. He was able to hold his own against Nikola Jokic, which allowed Phoenix to not leave anyone open off a double team. Donovan Mitchell was great, but Chris Paul was even better. Dude really wanted his second conference finals, and he led Phoenix in scoring at an efficient 63% from the field, not missing a single free throw. CP had 41 total assists and just 5 turnovers. This really was an all-time series from a legend. The Nuggets can't blame Jamal Murray's injury for getting swept either. Their biggest embarrassment was Michael Porter Jr. Yes, he can shoot, but dude got torched by CP3 and Devin Booker on defense, and his ball handling is awful. I was wrong, though, about Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton's lack of playoff experience. I said this after round 1, but it has to be said again. The Suns have won 8 straight playoff games, which is the most since Golden State in 2017. Ayton handled Anthony Davis when healthy, then Nikola Jokic. It doesn't get much tougher than that. Booker proved to me that you don't need playoff experience to ball out after 6 long years of trying to get there. Next, I was right about the Nets and the Bucks. I said the Bucks would win in 7.
I'm not going to gloat though, because Giannis would be in Cancun right now if KD's foot was 2 inches further back. Instead, they won in overtime after a really ugly Game 7. Their superstar is a disaster at the free throw line, and that after timeout play where Brook Lopez almost lost it was awful. Durant airballed the final shot, but I don't blame him for being tired. Dude carried his team after Kyrie and Harden got injured, and Joe Harris no-showed. My Bucks finals pick is still alive, but I don't feel great about them coming out of round 2. I was dead wrong though about the Sixers and the Hawks. I said Sixers in 6, but it was Hawks in 7. This was a win for Atlanta's front office. Trae Young has better teammates, so he's actually allowed to have a bad game and still get the W, like in Game 7. Trae was amazing again in this series overall, and the number one thing that he proved was he's not afraid of the big moment. The Sixers will have major changes this offseason, but Ben Simmons' trade stock is super low. This guy passed up a dunk late in Game 7. How can you be that afraid of the basket? Ben Simmons' trade scenarios are everywhere, and I will put out a video soon. Embiid was hurt with that meniscus tear, but that's not an excuse against a younger, less talented team. Now, conference finals predictions, and it starts with the Clippers and the Suns. I'm going Clips in 7. Chris Paul and Kawhi Leonard are both out for now, which hurts the Clippers even more, but I like them even after losing in Game 1. Devin Booker had the playoff game of his life at home, and it was still close in the end. Paul George is good enough as a number 1 to lead the Clippers to the finals. I said it. They will need Kawhi to win it all, but not to win this series. The biggest concern for the Clippers is DeAndre Ayton. He has a clear advantage over Ivica Zubac at center. LA also needs Marcus Morris to stay healthy, but I don't predict Cam Payne's going to continue having his Game 1 impact subbing in for Chris Paul. The difference for LA will be Paul George dominating, with Man Morris and Reggie Jackson taking turns as his co-star. Next, the Bucks and the Hawks in the Eastern Conference Finals. Bucks win in 6. Milwaukee is extremely flawed, but I'm going with the team that just beat peak Kevin Durant. The Hawks beat Philly, whose best player was hurt, but Milwaukee is healthy, and their X factor will be Drew Holiday. He showed near the end of Game 7 why Milwaukee traded so much for him. Drew followed an awful first 3 quarters with clutch plays that Eric Bledsoe just would not have made. What I feel bad for is our eyeballs. Get ready to watch maybe 7 games of Giannis at the free throw line and Trae Young drawing fouls. Ultimately, I think the Bucks have enough perimeter defense with Drew Holiday, Giannis, and PJ Tucker to bother Hawks shooters, plus Brook Lopez on Clint Capella. The Bucks get to their first finals since Lou Alcindor in the early 70s.